Representative Hinkle.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm going to rise in opposition, and we've actually did some good work in certain areas in the healthcare world, but we really haven't addressed how we're going to deal with shortcomings that are coming, especially with our safety net. We've made a lot of adjustments, both when it comes to child welfare, when it comes to mental health, DD. There's been cuts throughout it. As a matter of fact, Mr. Speaker, if you look through just a summary on the healthcare side, it's just cut after cut after cut. And what we've done here, instead of really look at, I think, a solid reform or a solid restructuring of our safety net and good discussion, is we've just kind of whacked here and whacked there and tried to make do. And my fear is that we haven't really addressed, again, structural issues that will put us in a problem later. So that's one reason to vote no. Every once in a while, there are things that really get us when we look through this budget. And of course, there's been great speeches here about the frustrations with the budget. But one of the things that really gets me is my teachers that I went to school with, and that many of us went to school with, that were our heroes, that are now retired or just getting ready to retire, that taught our kids, that we kind of made a contract with, and you know, they're willing to share a little sacrifice. But when we take out their cost of living raises permanently, I just think that is, and I gave this speech earlier, I know, but I think it's such a betrayal to people that were our heroes. I mean, people that we really looked up to. And I think the stuff that we're unwilling to cut, like this commuter trip thing that we did, the amendment that was rejected just a little while ago on the floor here. There's so many little things that we're trying to keep people happy, people that are active and out there, that they might actually show up in the galleries and yell at us, so we tend to want to keep them happy. But we forget about kind of moral obligations that we have to people that have borne the burden, not just recently, but for years. People that have given us the tools that we have to stand here before you, Mr. Speaker, and try to make rational arguments. I think that we have to stop and think about that. Live up to our obligations. One of the other obligations that we made last year, and it is so frustrating to me, is the hospital safety net assessment. And here we are cutting that also. That is just a betrayal of a promise we made. Now let's stop and think, folks. The one thing that we have, that we're lacking right now with the public, and that's all of us, which frustrates me because I want to blame you guys over there, but they put us all in this one lump about lacking credibility, lacking integrity. I mean, all of us, it doesn't matter what we do, so that's why we're up complaining, because we kind of feel like we didn't make this bed.
Please conclude your remarks. You're well over 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So for that reason, I really encourage you to vote no. Thank you.